You know, this takes me back. I learned to shave with this stuff.
Give it back! Now!
I'm all out of shaving cream myself. You mind if I borrow some?
Stop shaking it!
But you're supposed to shake it before you use it. Says so right on the can. You want to tell me what's so important about shaving cream? Or do I ask InGen?
Tell the truth.
Embryos! Dinosaur embryos. If you drop them, they'll be destroyed.
Embryos, huh? Wow. I knew you were up to something, but this is pretty clever, I gotta admit. InGen's gonna love me for bringing this back. Talk about a bonus.
Look, Yoder. Billy, right? Maybe we can make a deal.
This ought to be good. Shoot.
Pew.
There's a lot of money in it for you if I get those embryos to my contact before they go bad. You turn that over to InGen. You get a pat on the back, maybe a little Christmas bonus. You leave it to me, you become a rich man. Pay off your debts, quit your job. No more guys in suits telling you what to do. Just think about it.
Okay. Keep talking.
Please. I don't expect you to trust me, but the right thing to do is to give it back to me and let me go.
Yeah.
One mercenary to another. Would you do any different in my place? Everyone can win here. Let your friends save those people while we sell the embryos.
Look, lady, we both have jobs to do. Thing is, in this situation, I'm the cop and you're the robber.
People's
InGen
plight.
stole this land from my people, relocated them at gunpoint. Do you know what you get when you take a tribe out of the jungle? Poverty. Unrelenting, crushing poverty with no way to escape. You really want to support a company that would do that?
You're not the only one who's had a rough life, lady. InGen may have screwed you, but they pay my bills. And besides, from what I hear, they rented this place from the Costa Rican government. Why don't you take it up with them?
I have a daughter. I need the money to get her out of the ghetto. You know what happens to girls there. She doesn't deserve that life.
Are you for real?
Come on, Billy. The money's good.
Come on.
And you'll be helping me save my daughter. Everybody gets a little something.
Okay, here's the deal. 1, I'm in charge. I keep the embryos, and as soon as it's safe to break away, we'll deliver them to your contact.
I don't know if the embryos will last in there much longer.
That's a risk we're gonna take. 2, we're cutting Oscar in.
Why?
'Cause he's my partner, that's why.
Right.
It'll be fine. Trust me. Now sit tight and lighten up. Not every woman gets to enjoy the sunset on a tropical island with Billy Yoder.
Hell yeah, Billy Yoder is where it's at. I think he sat in a tree while she's like nearly got lunch.
So, any idea where we are in relation to the rest of the park?
We're not far from the marine exhibit. I know for a fact that the phone there is in working order, or at least it was this morning.
Can we get there from the tunnels?
I believe so.
All right then, lead the way. Want to get us out of here as soon as possible. No more science projects, okay?
I understand.
So Laura, I've been meaning to ask you, why don't you do your radio show anymore?
You had a radio show?
Well, it wasn't really radio. I'd hack into the park intercom and play choice cuts from my record collection. Lately, I haven't had the time.
Did you really have to show Artie Bridges how to do it?
Believe me, I regret it. But how was I to know how bad he was? He begged me, said it was his dream to be in radio.
You know what, he should stick to managing the janitorial group. He is awful.
He certainly is. I guess there was a reason it was just a dream. He actually records his show ahead of time so that he can broadcast during work hours.
Pro.
Did you guys hear that?
Sounded like a rat.
Good rat.
Dinosaurs aren't the only invasive species InGen brought to the island. There are lots of rats in these tunnels. Maintenance is always
Giant
setting
spiders.
traps down here.
Don't worry, Jess. We should be safe in here.
Where do all these
right,
doors
bye.
lead?
The maintenance corridors. The park's essential systems are in there. Electrical, water, air conditioning, you know, that sort of thing.
The tunnels on this side are for transporting animals, personnel, and food. That's why they're so big. They are separate from the maintenance side to prevent accidents.
Let's go the
Are
right
you
way.
sure we shouldn't head to the visitor center, Dr. Sorkin? InGen is bound to start there when they don't hear from the rescue team.
These tunnels don't run all the way to the visitor center, and I don't know about you, but I'd rather not risk any more overland travel.
Good point. Well, as long as we're
So many
getting to know one
questions.
another. How is it that Dr. Wu became chief geneticist over you?
That's an easy one. Frogs.
You're saying frogs kept you from getting promoted?
Specifically, their DNA. Before we could clone any dinosaurs, we had to decide how to fill in the gaps in the DNA sequences we
Seen it.
found.
It's in the
I
film.
remember this
Oh,
from the
yeah.
tour. You found dino blood inside mosquito fossils, right?
That's right. I wanted a complete prehistoric genome, cross-referencing all of the DNA found in the various amber samples. It would have been safer, but would have taken time the board of directors didn't want to spend.
Well, even Dr. Hammond's spare no expense philosophy has
expense.
limits, I guess.
Exactly. Henry, Dr. Wu, proposed using frog DNA to fill in the gaps. It was risky. We still don't know all of the effects. But it was a solution,
Summer
and a
meal.
fast one at that. So Henry became chief geneticist, and I took to the field. Has anyone seen my cigarettes? I could swear I had some.
There's no time to worry about cigarettes,
I
mate.
didn't realize you smoked.
Normally I manage to duck out a few times a day, but we've been preoccupied.
Where did you last have them?
Right here in my pocket, or so I thought.
Maybe they fell out when we jumped from the water tower?
I suppose. Oh well, I'm probably better off without them.
Dino sense is tingling. Oh, bitch. Smoking that.
Do you mind if we stop for a rest? My legs are killing me.
I suppose we could all use a break.
Good
I
advanced
don't know
story,
how much
more.
longer those embryos will last. We need to meet my contact at the boat.
We're staying here until Oscar gets back.
We don't even know if he's alive.
Oscar's fine, he's coming back, and come hell or high water, we are not leaving.
We're leaving.
Then again, maybe you have a point.
Come on, we gotta run.
No time, hide!
Okay, quick. Whoa. That's exciting.
Get out of here, get out of here. Out of here.
Don't move. It can't see you unless you move.
Off my face, you stupid.
Oh no!
Boy. Easy, girl. Whew. Leaving now!
I spy with my little eye.
Care for a lysine supplement?
No thanks. Well, you know what? Actually, you know what? Maybe I will. All this running around, my muscles probably need whatever protein I can give them.
Get those
My
gains.
thoughts exactly. I haven't gotten this much exercise since Carnival.
I guess we've got a lot of extra lysine now that the parasaurs don't need the external supply.
Yeah, about that. It's not just the parasaurs. We added the antidote to the main water supply.
Bitch.
But that'll reach every dinosaur in the park. The Lycian contingency... You're insane! Denying the dinosaurs Lycian was the only safety mechanism we had to keep them out of the global ecosystem.
These animals are now part of the global ecosystem, whether we like it or not. We
But
can't
not from
expect
this
them to
time,
exist
mate.
outside of it.
There's not an environment on Earth, including this one, that can maintain equilibrium with these animals around. Invasive species. It doesn't even begin to describe the problem.
Do I need to remind you that there are 120 miles of ocean between Isla Nublar and the mainland? The Lycian contingency was cruel and unnecessary.
Dinosaurs can swim.
Tell me this. Did you reverse the Lycian contingency with the Pteranodons?
No. My formula targets superorder Dinosauria exclusively. If I'd tried to account for the Pteranodons, I might have affected other reptiles.
Oh, at least there's that.
Now that I think about it, though, targeting only Pteranodons, or any one species, would be a simple change. I wouldn't even need a full lab.
Am I gonna have to ask Jess to follow you into the ladies' room?
It won't come to that. If I decide to do it, I won't sneak around, and I won't involve you.
She would have to get
I'm
munched.
sorry if the way I went about it last time upset you.
Well, thanks for the apology, I guess, but this isn't about me. Yes, the ocean provides a natural barrier, but how can you guarantee InGen won't move some of these dinosaurs to a less isolated place?
Look,
New
I'll
park.
tell InGen all about this when we get off the island. They can make an informed decision about if and where they want to move any dinosaurs.
Do you know for a fact that none of these animals can swim?
Oh, come on, Jerry.
It's how
Why?
Asian elephants migrated to Sri Lanka from India. There's precedent.
You're being ridiculous.
Well, this monster
There's no
exists.
evidence sauropods were swimmers. None. You see them in the field every day. Have you ever even seen one of our dinosaurs try to swim?
We keep them in cages, Laura. They don't get the chance. I know this. More quadrupeds can swim than can't.
All right. I'll concede that it's possible there are sauropods that can swim. But I still believe that 120 miles of open water is an
So,
effective
it's a spring
barrier.
walk.
The remote possibility that a dinosaur could make it to the mainland is far outweighed by our responsibility to treat these animals humanely. They're here because of
No,
us.
I'm a dinosaur vet.
I don't want to see these animals die. I really don't. But we all agreed to the Lycian contingency. It was a prerequisite to working here.
For you, maybe. But you have to remember, Jerry, I was here before there even was a Lycine contingency. Henry Wu came up with the Lycine contingency, and let's not mince words, it's a kill switch, as part of his bid for the top spot. I couldn't stop it, but I never agreed to it, not even for a second.
You're still here.
Let's see. Continue my life's work, or let other people corrupt it, profit by it, and completely prevent me from even talking about it. Does that sound like a choice to you?
No. I guess.
No matter the circumstance, you can't possibly believe it's okay to eradicate an entire species, let alone whole groups of them,
Done that before.
regardless of how they came to be here. No one has that right.
Even if every dinosaur on the island were to die, Site B is still active. We could clone them again. What you did was reckless.
I'm sorry, Jerry, but that's naive. Do you have any idea how expensive it is to clone even one dinosaur? The board won't let Hammond throw money at a pipe dream.
Well, normally I'd agree with you. No one has the right to kill an entire species. But surely you recognize that this is a special case. We are responsible.
Yes, we are responsible, not just for our own welfare, but for the animals
These
as well.
raptors must
I
be
don't know,
like
Laura.
so bold.
I don't know.
Bold.
I need to process this. I'm gonna have to tell InGen.
I understand.
Are you guys done yet?
Jess, where'd you go?
Just down the hall looking at stuff? Not that you noticed I was gone.
I'm sorry, honey. I was distracted, but don't go off again like that, okay?
Yeah, okay.
She got trust issues, bitch. This T-Rex nearly got a car.
No good.
That's weird.
Here it comes.